Hi folks, it's the Christmas and New Year season, so Just Off the Highway is on hiatus until early 2024. But I'd like to gift you some of the bonus content that members and supporters on buymeacoffee.com/lprogers have been enjoying regularly throughout the year. So here's a story about the Magaliesberg Mountains, a magnificent jewel of nature right on the doorstep of Johannesburg and Pretoria. Thanks for watching Just Off the Highway. Special thanks to all members and everyone who's contributed to keeping us on the road. Whatever you celebrate, I hope that you all have a safe and a peaceful and a happy time. See you soon. Hi friends, a couple of weeks ago I went for a hike in the Magaliesberg. If you're not familiar with it, it's a mountain range that runs from Bronkhorstspruit in the east, almost but not quite as far as Sun City in the west. It's right on the doorstep of Johannesburg and Pretoria. 19th century explorers called it the Kashan Mountains, but its popular name is derived from a Sotho-Tswana leader named Mogale, the name meaning brave or sharp. So Mogale's mountain, or in Afrikaans Magaliesberg, eventually became corrupted to Magaliesberg. Unfortunately, most of the people who live in its shadow don't give it the attention or the respect that it deserves. The Magaliesberg is truly ancient. It's at least 2.5 billion years old. That's almost half the age of the planet itself. And it's not very high. That's because time has eroded it. It's been beaten up and crushed down and cracked open. It's had the sort of experiences that you can still get in the Magaliesberg region if you walk into the wrong pub. Now, youngsters like the Himalayas are toddlers by comparison. Everest is only 60 million years old. The Magaliesberg is at least 40 times older. So I went for a walk in these mountains with an old friend, our newest member, Stefan Schwartz. And I really want to thank him for joining us as a member and for the fact that with his keen eyes and interest in geology, he pointed out something that's the basis of this bonus episode. It tells the story of the formation of the mountain itself. And the evidence for what happened right here is visible to the naked eye. Anyone who happens to be strolling along through a kloof can see it. 3 billion years ago, everything was different. The continents as we know them hadn't even formed yet. People weren't fighting over land because humans themselves weren't scheduled to show up for thousands of millions of years. There wasn't even any land. The region was just a vast inland sea. And the seabed was made up of multiple layers of dolomite and quartzite and stromatolite and other stuff that I can't pronounce either. So the top layer was rippled by the gentle action of the water, just like you'll find in a pool or on the beach today. Then around 2,000 million years ago, boom, there's this giant upwelling of molten magma from deep inside the earth. It reaches the surface and weighs down on one side of the seabed, tipping it up into the air. We lose the sea, and those layers of rock that are left exposed, they form the Magaliesberg and a series of ridges. Over millennia, softer rock between them erodes into valleys. Hey presto, the landscape that we know today. And this is the cool bit. Any hiker can still see the seabed with the water ripple marks from 2,000 million years ago. It's all over the place. I took the shots with my cell phone. Just by walking along, you can time travel 2 billion years. I just can't get over the scale of nature. Billions of years. It shows us up as truly as fragile and fleeting as a little husk of a beetle that I found. Volcanoes and floods and earthquakes and deserts and ice ages. Humans are arrogant enough to call them disasters, but in this landscape, it's just occasional redecorating. More than anything, the Magaliesberg is an example of totally unique place. It's just off the highway. It's so close to 2 major cities that people can probably see them from their suburban homes. or you can spot them on your commute to work. And yet, once you start to look, every rock has its own name. They're fascinating things embedded inside other fascinating things. These could be stromatolites. And this jagged rock, square-shaped, could be quartzite. And so is this stuff that's so spectacularly eroded. Or I could be completely wrong. After all, I know nothing about geology. 5 minutes ago, I thought the Karoo Supergroup was an Afrikaans punk rock band. I hope you've enjoyed this members-only bonus content. Welcome to Stefan, and also a special welcome to Craig Caldwell, a returning member. And thanks everybody for your support and your membership. And thanks especially to Byron for your regular contributions. Please, everybody, keep commenting on episodes. Share them with your friends. Till next time, cheers.